In this video, I would like to help you fix a common pronunciation mistake that Russian and German speakers make when they're speaking English. First, I will show you a short video with my Russian student. She will teach you how to fix these common mistakes and how to pronounce the sounds correctly. But watch the video until the end because I will come back and I'll teach you one more rule and give you some more opportunities to practice.
One of the common problems, and one that I used to have, was making the end V sound in a word into an F. So instead of five, we say five.
Okay, so V versus F, that's voiced versus voiceless consonants is what we call. So let's practice that a little bit. Let's put our fingers right here on our vocal cords. And let's do a V. Let's everybody do that together. V, V, V. Do you feel the vibration down there?
Yep.
And let's do the F now. So what's the difference?
So no vibration when you do the F.
Okay. So in Russian, there's no vibration in many of the consonants at the ends of the words.
Yes.
Can we think of some more words that have a V at the end? We have five, and Russians often say five.
Five, yes.
Can you think of some others that have a V in the end?
Like have. In Russian would say have,
Right.
which is wrong.
How about the number 10, 11?
12.
Good. And Russians would say
and
what?
Russians would say 12.
12. Right.
Yeah. So you have to remember to pronounce that V in the end of the word. And it's especially difficult when you have the next word coming after that. You have to remember to still not swallow that V,
Right.
but keep it in.
So in a sentence,
Yeah.
you got to remember. Let's practice some sentences. How about if we say, I have $5?
I have $5.
That's beautiful. That's great. How about he's 12 years old?
He's 12 years old.
That's perfect. Okay, so don't say he's 12 years old. He's 12 years old. All right, and the other voiced and voiceless pairs, there's also the D and the T.
Yes.
So give me an example of a word that ends with the D.
So for example, limited. Russians commonly say limited, which is wrong. You have to say limited
Exactly.
or unlimited.
That's great. That's good. Right. And we also do that with J and Ch. So J is voiced and Ch is voiceless. So for example, instead of saying judge, how might a Russian say that?
Judge.
They'll say judge.
Judge, yes,
Right.
judge. So
Right.
you have to remember the judge. Judge.
So the voiced and the voiceless consonants are very, very important to pay attention to at the end of the word, primarily at the end.
Yes.
In the beginning, it's not an issue.
Yes, in the beginning it's easy to say that, but in the end, you kind of, at first you have to remember to do that, and then it comes naturally.
As you can see, if you're not careful about the voiced and the voiceless consonants at the end of the word, for example, words like save and safe will sound exactly the same. Or for example, believe and belief. One is a verb, one is a noun, but they can sound the same by speakers of German and Russian when they're not paying attention to that. Other examples would include bet and bed. One is voiceless and one is voiced. And how about the word egg? A lot of my students have a hard time with that one because the G is voiced, egg. And if we add an S, egg is pronounced as eggs. Did you notice the S changed? The S became a Z sound. So even though we spelled it with a S, we pronounced it with a Z. Here's a rule. When we have a voiced consonant followed by an S, the S becomes a Z. It becomes a Z sound. That's a universal rule. You can apply that to all the words. For example, friend becomes friends. I have a lot of friends. We don't say friends. We say friends. How about if we say dog? What is the plural of dog? One dog, two dogs. The G that is followed by an S becomes a Z sound. Bag becomes bags. Listen to some examples. I have lots of friends. The T is voiceless, therefore the S that follows it remains an S. But friends, the D is voiced, so that becomes a Z. I have lots of friends. Let's have some eggs. Again, let's, the S remains an S. Friends, the S becomes a Z. And can you think of other voiced consonants that are at the end of the word? For example, believes. He believes me. He loves her. We don't say he loves, we say he loves her. How about if I say cats and dogs? What happens there? Cats, the S remains an S. Dogs, the S becomes a Z. So pay attention to that. Find something to read out loud. Ask yourself if the final consonant is voiced or voiceless. If it's voiced, make sure the S changes to a Z sound. Hope that helps, and thank you for watching.